Find a position that allows your body to be supported. Let your hands rest where they fall naturally. You do not need to make this moment beautiful. You do not need to arrive calm, clear, or ready. Come exactly as you are. Take one slow, deep breath in and let it leave without holding on to it. Another breath, gently drawn in. And as you breathe out, allow the day to loosen its grip on you. There may still be thoughts moving through your mind. Let them move. There may be feelings you have not found words for. They do not need names tonight. For these next few moments, you are not being asked to solve your life. You are only being asked to come with me. Imagine that evening has begun to settle over a quiet country road. The sky is still holding the last warmth of the day, but the edges of the world have softened. Fields stretch out on either side of you. Tall grass bends beneath a gentle wind, and somewhere beyond the hills, a bird gives one final call before night. You have been walking for a long time, longer than you meant to. Perhaps you cannot remember where the journey began, only that there were so many turns, so many roads chosen because someone needed you, so many places where you stayed longer than your heart wanted because leaving would have disappointed someone. You learned how to keep moving even when you were tired. You learned how to smile while carrying things no one else could see. You learned how to say, "I am fine," because the truth would have taken too long to explain. And somewhere along the way, you stopped asking whether the road was still yours. You simply kept walking. The path beneath your feet is firm, but your steps have grown heavy. There is no danger here, no storm behind you, only the deep weariness of someone who has been strong for too many miles. So you slow down. For once, you do not force yourself onward. You stand at the side of the road and look ahead. The distance is fading into dusk. You cannot yet see where the road ends. A quiet thought rises within you. I do not know how to get back. You do not say it aloud. Still, somewhere behind you, footsteps begin. They are unhurried, gentle, neither hiding nor demanding to be noticed. You turn and see someone walking towards you. There is something familiar about them, though you cannot place where you have met. Their face holds no urgency. Their eyes do not search you for an explanation. They come to stand beside you, leaving enough space for you to breathe. For a moment, neither of you speaks. The wind moves through the grass. The evening deepens. Then they look down the road with you and say softly, "You do not have to find your way back alone." Something inside of you stirs at those words. Perhaps relief, perhaps grief, perhaps the part of you that has waited years to hear someone say, "I will stay." You look at them uncertain. You have known people who offered help and then hurried you. People who listened only until it was their turn to speak. People who loved the brightest parts of you, but disappeared when the light grew low. This person does none of that. They do not reach for your hand before you are ready. They do not ask where you went wrong. They simply turn toward the road and wait. When you take your first step, they take theirs, and together you begin walking. The road is quiet beneath the darkening sky. Your companion keeps pace with you, never half a step ahead. When you slow, they slow. When you stop to catch your breath, the journey pauses with you. There is no disappointment in their silence, no clock being watched, no finish line you are expected to reach before you have earned your rest. After a while, they say, "You have spent a long time believing that being lost was a failure." You look down at the road. But sometimes, they continue, a person becomes lost because they followed every voice except their own. The words settle gently, yet they reach somewhere deep. You remember all the times you knew something before you could explain it. The relationship that made your spirit smaller. The room where your body tightened before anyone raised their voice. The opportunity that looked right to everyone else but felt wrong inside of you. The day you wanted to rest and called yourself lazy. The moment your heart whispered no, and you answered yes because you were afraid love would leave. You were never without a voice. You had simply learned to distrust it. Your companion does not ask you to revisit every wound. They do not pull old memories from you like evidence. They only say, "You were trying to survive with the understanding that you had then. You do not need to punish that version of yourself for wanting to be loved." Your steps become slower. There are versions of you scattered along this road. The one who stayed, the one who begged, the one who waited for an apology that never came, the one who became endlessly useful so no one would decide you were too much trouble to keep, the one who kept peace in rooms where no one protected yours, the one who went home and cried quietly, then returned the next day as though nothing had happened. You have judged these versions of yourself from the distance, of everything that you know now. But beside you, your companion sees them differently. "Look at how hard they tried to carry you here," they say. And suddenly you understand. Those former selves were not weak. They were building a bridge with whatever they could find. They used hope when they had no proof. They used humor when their heart was breaking. They used duty when they had forgotten desire. They used one more morning, one more breath, one more small reason to continue. And every one of them carried you forward. You stopped walking. In your mind, you turn toward those earlier versions of yourself. You no longer stand above them with criticism. You stand before them with tenderness. You might say, "I am sorry I called you foolish for loving. I am sorry I blamed you for what you did not yet understand. I am sorry I asked you to be stronger when what you needed was kindness. You did not ruin my life. You kept it moving until I could meet you here." Let those words reach whatever part of you still carries shame for the roads you once chose. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, imagine the judgment loosening. Not the wisdom, not the lessons, only the cruelty you learned to direct toward yourself. Your companion waits until you are ready. Then the two of you continue. Ahead, the road curves through a grove of old trees. Their branches meet overhead, forming a sheltering passage. The air here is cooler. The ground is covered in fallen leaves that soften with each step. As you enter the grove, small lights appear between the trees. They are windows. One by one, you pass little scenes held in the darkness like memories. In one window, you see yourself laughing before you learn to check who might be annoyed by your joy. In another, you are absorbed in something that you love, unaware of time, unashamed of your enthusiasm. Farther ahead, you see the version of you who once believed life might still surprise her. You were not naive. You were open. There is a difference. You pause before that window. That earlier self looks out at you. For a moment, neither of you move. Then your earlier self places a palm against the glass. You lift your own hand. The instant your palms meet, the glass disappears. That earlier self does not step out to become someone you must imitate. Instead, her warmth moves gently into your hand, your arm, your chest. That part of you was never trapped in the past. That part of you has been living beneath everything you became. Your capacity for wonder did not die. Your softness did not make you foolish. Your hope was not taken from you. It went quiet while you learned how to survive, and quiet things can return. You lower your hand and feel something inside you brighten. Your companion smiles, almost as though they know this part of you would be waiting. The grove opens, and the road continues beneath a wide night sky. Stars are beginning to appear, but you do not need to count them. You do not need to turn the sky into a lesson. You only let it be vast above you. There is comfort in remembering that the world is larger than the chapter you are in. Your life is larger than the person who could not love you well. Larger than the mistake you still replay. Larger than the years you believed you wasted. Larger than the role that you have outgrown. Larger than every room where you had to become smaller to remain welcome. The road rises gently toward a hill. Your legs feel the climb, but you are no longer walking with the same heaviness. Something has changed. You are not being dragged towards a destination. You are choosing each step. At the top of the hill, you see a warm light in the distance. A small house rests beyond the fields. It is not grand. It does not try to impress you. Still, the moment you see it, your breath catches. You know this place. Not from memory, from recognition. A porch light glows beside the door. Curtains move behind open windows. The narrow path leads through a garden that has grown a little wild, as though it was tended with love, but never forced into perfection. You stand at the top of the hill, unable to move. Is that home, you ask? Your companion looks at the house, then at you. It has always been yours. Emotion rises in your throat. You think of all the places you tried to belong, all the doors where you waited to be chosen, all the people whose approval felt like shelter until the weather changed. You believed home was something another person could grant you. A place at their table, a name in their future, a promise they might keep if you were good enough, quiet enough, patient enough. But this house did not appear because someone finally approved of you. It has been here through every season, holding its light, keeping your place, waiting without resentment for the day you would turn toward yourself again. You begin walking down the hill. With every step, the house grows clearer. You notice a chair on the porch, shaped by years of use. A pair of shoes beside the door, ready for morning. A window glowing above a kitchen table. Nothing here is staged. This is not the perfect life you were promised if you healed correctly. It is something more honest. A life in which you are allowed to belong while still becoming. A life where the dishes may wait, where grief may sit down beside joy, where you do not have to hide your tiredness before entering. At the gate you stop. Your companion stands beside you. The house is only a few steps away, yet a final fear rises. What if I leave again, you ask? They do not pretend you will never wander. They do not offer a promise that pain will never confuse you. Instead they say, then you will remember the road. You breathe. And what if I forget? Their voice is gentle. Then I will walk with you again. You turn toward them fully. The porch light reaches their face now. And at last, you understand why they have seemed so familiar. Their eyes are your eyes before you learn to look away from yourself. Their patience is the patience you have given everyone except you. Their voice is the quiet truth that continued speaking beneath all the noise. This companion is not a stranger. They are the part of you that never abandoned the way home. The part that kept placing small signs along the road. The sudden knowing. The dream you could not forget. The ache that told you a life had become too small. The breath of relief when you finally said no. The tiny spark that returned each time you imagined beginning again. You whisper, you stayed with me, and the truest part of you answers, I never stopped looking for you. For a moment, stand there together. Let yourself be found. You do not need to apologize for how long it took. You do not need to recount every detour. You have arrived carrying all of it, and the door is still open. Your companion reaches for your hand now. This time you are ready. Their fingers close gently around yours, warm and familiar. Together you walk through the gate. The path leads towards the porch. At the bottom step, your companion pauses. This part is yours, they say. You understand. No one can enter your life on your behalf. No one can choose you deeply enough to replace the choosing of yourself. No one can build a home inside you while you remain standing outside. So you place one foot on the first step, then the next. You cross the porch and stand before the door. There is no lock. You open it. Warmth meets you. The house smells faintly of tea, wood, and clean air drifting through the windows. A lamp glows in the corner. A soft blanket rests across the back of a chair. On the table is a single note, written in a hand you recognize as your own. You pick it up. It says, "Welcome home. You do not have to become who you were before everything happened. You are allowed to return as the person who survived it. There is room here for your scars. There is room for the dreams that changed. There is room for the love you still carry, even when it had nowhere to go. There is room for the anger that taught you where your boundaries belong. There is room for your laughter when it returns unexpectedly. There is room for your life you have not imagined yet. Nothing true about you must remain outside." You lower the note. Across the room is a mirror. You walk towards it slowly. The person looking back at you is not unfinished. You are alive. You are here. You have crossed every mile that once seemed impossible. Look into her eyes. See how much they have witnessed. See the tenderness still living there. See the strength that no longer needs to prove itself through suffering. You may place a hand over your heart. Feel the steady rhythm beneath your palm. This heart has been bruised, but it is not in ruin. It is a living home. It has rooms you have not entered yet, windows waiting to be opened, music it has not heard, names it has not learned, mornings it has not met. Your life is not over because one road ended. You are not too late because your path took longer. You are not behind. You are standing at the beginning of a relationship you will carry for the rest of your life. The relationship between you and you. Let that truth settle. You have spent years asking, who will stay? Tonight, another question begins. How faithfully can I stay with myself? Can you remain when your feelings are inconvenient? Can you speak kindly when you make a mistake? Can you listen when your body says enough? Can you stop begging at doors that require you to abandon yourself before entering? Can you make choices that your future self will recognize as love? You do not need to answer perfectly. You only need to begin. In the mirror, the deepest part of you stands close behind your reflection. Together you speak these words. I will not leave myself to keep someone else. I will not call my knowing weakness. I will not confuse being needed with being loved. I will make room for the life that feels honest inside of me. When I wander, I will return without shame. When I am tired, I will not turn my exhaustion into a character flaw. When my heart speaks quietly, I will come closer and listen. I am learning the way home, and I am worth the walk. Take a slow breath in. Let those words move through you, and breathe out. The house grows quiet around you. You sit in the chair beside the open window. Night air moves softly through the room. Outside, the road lies beneath the stars, no longer a symbol of everything you did wrong. It is proof that you kept going. Every turn brought you nearer to the moment you would finally choose to come home. Your companion sits nearby, though you know now they have always lived within you. You do not need to keep watch over them. You do not need to fear they will disappear. They are yours. They are you. Rest here for a few breaths. Let your shoulders soften. Let the muscles around your eyes release. Feel the support beneath you. Feel the breath entering and leaving your body. There is nowhere else you must be in this moment. And as you rest, hear the words once more. You do not have to find your way back alone. You have a voice within you that remembers. You have a heart that can become a home. You have a life that is still waiting to meet you. When you are ready to return to the room around you, begin by noticing the surface beneath your body. Notice the air against your skin. Notice the sounds near you and farther away. Gently move your fingers. Move your toes. Take one fuller breath in and let it go slowly. Carry the house with you. Carry the open door. Carry the promise that when the world pulls you far from yourself, you can pause, listen, and turn towards home again. And should the road ever feel too long, remember the footsteps approaching from behind. Remember the presence that comes to stand beside you without judgment. Remember the voice that says, I am here. Take your time. Let me walk you home. Namaste.